Question 10, part A. Now we're going to subtract here, and it's given us a range of answers, right? We're going to circle them. Not what I would do, right? I wouldn't mess around. Okay, you could eliminate certain ones if you wanted to, because you could see here like 8.1 take away 3.25. Well, it's certainly not going to be that, isn't it? Okay, because you've taken away. I think that you'd get that if you added, right? So you could sort of eliminate that one, couldn't you? Okay, you could maybe use a pencil and mark it there. You could go through them and eliminate them. That's a fine way to do it. But in this case, because it's, you know, I think it's straightforward, we can actually work it out, right? As we've done before, line up the decimal points. Okay, and then take away. And when you take away, of course, line up the decimal points. You start on the right. Now, there's nothing there, so we've got to put a 0 there. 0 take away 5 we can't do, so we've got to borrow from that 1. So it becomes a 0, and the 1 we borrow we put there. 10 take away 5 is 5. 0 take away 2, well we can't do that, so we've got to borrow from the 8, so that becomes a 7, and the 1 we borrow we put here. 10 take away 2 is 8, decimal point, 7 take away 3 is 4, so 4.85, that's our answer there. Again, you know, with this one, if you're not sure, right, there may be certain ones you can eliminate, okay? Now, certainly here, that's not going to be the answer, right, because what they've done here is 9 take away 1 is 8, 20 take away 5 is 15. It doesn't work like that, right? You know that when you're adding or taking away fractions, you don't take away the bottoms here, right? You don't do that. So that's definitely no. Okay, and here, this is a bit weird here. They put the numbers together, haven't they? 91 and 20 and 5. Okay, so that clearly isn't going to be right, okay? But, you know, better if you can actually try and figure this out, right? Now, when you to subtract fractions, you need to get the bottom numbers the same. So what we can do is try and get them the same here. Try and think of a number they both go into. Okay, and if you think about it, they both go into 20, don't they? So we can keep that fraction as it is, but maybe we can change this second fraction so that this is out of 20. Okay, so if we change in our second fraction, what are we doing to it? Well, scaling it up, we're multiplying the bottom by 4, aren't we? Which means you multiply the top by 4. Okay, so you get 4 over 20. So now we get 9 20ths, take away 4 20ths. And when you take away fractions, the bottom number is the same. You just take away the top. So that's 5 over 20. Check if there's any answers there. Well, that clearly can't be it. Okay, but maybe here, think about simplifying. 5 goes into both of them, doesn't it? 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 20 4 times. So you end up with an answer perhaps you wouldn't have expected when you see this question here. Part C then, 0.4 is equivalent to one of these. Okay, now this here is 2/5, which if you think about it, 1/5 is actually 0.2, so 2/5 is 0.4, so these two are the same, right? So it can't be that. But 0.4, you know, right, is this. Okay, that's what 0.4 is. It's not that, okay, because remember, 4% is 0.04, isn't it? Okay, but 0.4 is 40%.